The importance of safety in the laboratory can never be overemphasized. Like they always say, the safety begins with you. So in this video, I'm going to teach you some of the safety rules you must apply whenever you are in the laboratory in order to avoid any hazard. What is hazard? Hazard is a source of what? It's a potential source of any danger or accident. Understand? There are many accidents in the laboratory. Some can lead to death and all that. So we are going to look into what some of the hazard signs you can find in any chemistry lab, physics lab, any laboratory, even establishment. Understand? In other words, to avoid any accidents. Understand? So we are going to talk about the hazard signs, and so I'm going to show you some of the accidents you can experience. Anyone can experience in the laboratory if someone does not have a good knowledge of the rules that guides when operating in the laboratory. We also talk about some of the safety rule design in order to maintain a safe laboratory environment. Okay, some of the accidents in the laboratory you can find one. This is irritation of the hand. That is when you mistakenly handle chemical and things splash on you. You can cause what chemical burn, which is also what irritation of the hand and something like this. Also, it can also cause what chemical eye burn, and this can also lead to what blindness or what permanent damage of the eyes. You can see if you have to be very, very careful if you are working in the laboratory. It can also cause what fire outbreak if you are not careful. For example, if you add water to acid instead of acid to water, can cause explosion like this. Or also when you add what the group 1 elements such as rubidium inside water, it can cause what fire outbreak. It can cause what skin irritation. That is, if chemical mistakenly splash on your body, it can cause what irritation on the skin like this. It can also cause death. You can see that there are many accidents and hazards one can experience in the laboratory if one is not careful or if one is not aware about the safety rule. So let us talk about some of the hazard signs you can find in the laboratory. These are some of the hazard signs you can find in the laboratory. You can see flammable means that the material has the potential to undergo combustion, like alcohol, petrol, kerosene. Extremely flammable. Toxic, that is poisonous. Is corrosive, that is can burn your hand, it can heat up your skin. Explosive, that it can explode. Oxidizer, and can release oxygen that can lead to combustion. And this shows that it is dangerous to our environment. Radiation, danger. These are some of the hazard signs. We also have what tripping hazard means that the thing has the potential to make you fall if you're not careful. We also have what this sign tells you that the material you're about to touch is very hot, that you have to avoid touching it with your bare hand in order not to get burnt by the stuff. We also have what the ionizing radiation. You can see that radiation is very, very dangerous to our health. You can see when you see something like this, it means that the material has the potential to release radiation that can either burn you or lead to death or affect your health negatively. So we have one of carcinogenic, means it can cause serious health issue. When you see something like it, means that the material has the potential to cause what serious health issues. So you have to be very careful. Electrical hazard means don't touch the material. That is, don't touch a naked wire with your bare hand. You know what it will lead to, shocking, and can also lead to what death. So you have to be very careful when you are working in the laboratory. Also, in sulfuric acid, you can likely see this kind of sign. That it means that it is corrosive. For example, this is a sulfuric acid bottle. You can see like that's what the corrosive sign, the toxic or poison sign, and the carcinogenic sign means that it can cause cancer or cause serious health issue if you are allowed to touch it or when you test it in the laboratory. You can see all these signs, you can find them here in the laboratory. Not far-fetched. It's something that we've already designed to make you aware of any hazard when handling all these chemicals in the laboratory, because they are very dangerous. Also, when you check nitric acid, you see that it has four of the hazard sign, you can see oxidizer, and that means it's an oxidizing agent in nature. It can cause what? Combustion. It's corrosive. It can burn your skin. Caustic in nature. Poison. You can see the sign. Poisonous nature. Carcinogenic. And it can cause serious health issue. Also, when you check hydrochloric acid, you can find that it has about four. The corrosive, the environmental hazard means it can affect the environment if you recklessly dump the container in water, but it can kill the lives of many organisms in the river. It is toxic and so what can cause serious health. You can see it is very, very important you are careful when you are handling this chemical when you are working in the laboratory in order to avoid any potential hazard. So there are some key locations you have to locate in the laboratory. Immediately enter the laboratory, this key location is something you must locate in case of there's an emergency. The first one is the fire exit. The fire exit is just like a door where you can run away if there's any fire outbreak. We also have the emergency shower. In case chemical splash on your body, you quickly use the emergency shower in order to neutralize this acid or the chemical that splash on your body in order to avoid any potential burn on your skin, like the picture I showed you earlier. The next one is fire extinguisher. You have to know how to use this fire extinguisher to fight fire in case if there's a fire outbreak before the fire become infernal or become escalated. So you have to learn how to use this and apply it immediately to arrest any fire accident. Also, the fire blanket, you have to know where it is in case of the fire have already started. You can use to cover yourself and run out from the fire. Also, the eye wash fountain helps you to wash your eyes in case if chemical mistakenly splash in your eyes. So you have to wash it very quickly to avoid blindness. Your first aid kit, know where it is and be able to use it in case of there's any injury in the laboratory. Your waste container, each waste container has the kind of waste it can contain, so know where they are and locate them. Your pan and broom to clean your lab after you have done with your practical and even before you start your practical. Know where your bicarbonate is in order to neutralize any acid spill. Whenever you leave a spill till the next day, you react and lead to maybe a product you don't want to see. So know where your acetic acid is and to neutralize any base spill. So let us quickly go to the rules. The first rule is that you're not allowed to smoke in the lab or eat or drink in the lab. Some of these chemicals they are dealing with are flammable in nature. So when you are smoke, they can lead to a fire outbreak. Also, you're not allowed to eat in the lab because your food or drink might get contaminated. So eating, drinking, and smoking they are highly prohibited in the laboratory. Always come to the laboratory prepared. Make sure you understand the experiment you want to do before you conduct it. Make sure you know the hazards and plan for the safety in advance. You understand? So be prepared. Understand the experiment you want to carry out. You want to do before you do it. You're not supposed to perform any unauthorized experiment. That is, if your supervisor or instructor do not tell you to do an experiment, do not do it. This is mostly common to high school students. When they enter the laboratory, you see them want to be missing or testing. No, it's not allowed. You might go and miss chemical that will lead to potential hazard, such as fire outbreak or even bomb. So you have to be careful not to carry out any experiment that you are not authorized to do. So if there's any accident of any kind, be it fire outbreak, broken bottle, spill, make sure you report it at once to your instructor or the supervisor or the lab attendant or the teacher so they will arrest what the case. Never work in the laboratory alone if there's no someone to supervise you, except you have become competent, except you have become mature. If you are still in the formative stage, do not work in the laboratory alone if there's no instructor to guide you or present there to supervise what you are doing. Whenever you prepare with your mouth, you can mistakenly take in the chemicals, and this can lead to damage of your internal organs. So instead use a pipette filler to drag in your liquid, or a pipette bulb, something like this, to drag in what your liquid. Never use pipette with your mouth. You understand? So in to avoid any what hazard. If there's any spill on the floor, on the table, anywhere in the laboratory, make sure what you clean it up immediately. And make sure you tie back any long hair, and not wear loose clothing to the lab. This can mistakenly come in contact with open fire or dragging chemical that will pour on your body. So you have to tie back your hair, and do not wear loose clothing to the lab. It is not advisable. In other words, to avoid any accident, please. So make sure you read the labels on the bottle carefully before what you use it. You have to be sure that you're actually using what the right chemical. And do not, when you are eating, do not fix the test tube directly on your face. The liquid inside might eject out and splash on your face, which will lead to burn. Make sure you do it this way. You face it away from it. This is the best way to do it. And if you're working with a partner, do not face it towards the partner, but face it away from both of you. Whenever you test anything in the laboratory, it is highly prohibited. These chemicals are dangerous, they are poisonous, and they can lead to any damage on your health. So do not test anything. Even if you see bread there, you see glucose, don't do that. Don't test it. It is not recommended. It's not advisable. When you want to smell and do not smell directly, it might release toxic gas that will choke you. Instead, if you fan it towards yourself, fan the smell towards yourself. That's the best way to do it. When you are preparing a chemical that can release poisonous gas, use the fume cupboard or the hoods. So that's the best way you can do it. Now, not to release toxic gases in the laboratory. So use the fume cupboard when you are preparing any chemical that can release toxic gas, such as ammonia solution, as I can release ammonia, which is not good to the health. And never you add water to acid, but rather add acid to water. The reason is because this is highly exothermic reaction, and the water can splash and spill on your face, which can lead to what? Burn. So always add acid to water, not water to acid. Do not wear open shoe to the lab like slippers. It's not advisable because chemical can easily pour on your leg and burn you. Neither are you allowed to wear sandal in the lab. It's not advisable, but wear a covered shoe, a closed shoe that will protect you from any acid spill or any chemical. You understand? Always wear your lab coat and lab apron when you're working in the laboratory. Every broken material should be quickly packed and put in the right trashing container. You can see all metals, they have their own trash container, paper, glass, and all that. So make sure you put the right material in the right trash container. If it's paper, put it in paper container. Don't go and put it in organic. If it's organic, put it in organic container. Okay. Always clean your bench before you leave your work. Arrange your stuff before you leave work, and make sure you wash and return your equipment to the location you collected them from after you have done with your experiment, so that it will enable other people to easily locate them to when they want to use it. Wear your safety eye goggle when you are carrying out your experiment, or when you are handling hazardous or chemical. Your work area should be neat and clean and free from every chemical spill. Make sure you use the testing code in the right way, like this, and let this face away from you, so that you do not release the water the solution will not eject out and burn. So hold it this way. Don't allow your hand to touch the container, because it will be very, very hot. Don't bring any flammable liquid close to open flame, like alcohol. Never you eat alcohol directly with an open flame, or electro. It can lead to fire outbreak. And the chemical you want to use, do not bring it to your work area. take it to a dispenser, collect the amount you need. The amount you want to use for work, that's the amount you should collect. Don't bring the whole chemical to your work area. You might mistakenly what contaminate it, or what mistakenly what eat it and it will fall if you are not what careful. So make sure you use only the amount you need should be with you on your work area. Never you dip any chemical on one chemical and go and dip it. In fact, never you dip a glass straw, it tends to directly on the original chemical. It might contaminate it. Instead, use the beaker to collect the amount you need and return the original bottle. Remember, safety starts with you. You are advised to master this rule, apply it, and be careful not to harm yourself in the laboratory. So please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is an academic channel. My goal is to help you get better in your academics, and I hope you really enjoy this topic. Please stay safe. Bye bye.